I'm blue, I've been need,
Oh, wow.
I've been need, I've been dying, I've been need, I've been dying, I've been need, I've been dying, I've been need,
Come on, Vance.
I've been dying, I've been need, I've been dying,
I should have grabbed my flush.
I'm blue, I've been need, I've been dying, 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 I've been need, I've been dying.
Fusion Media Entertainment. With us today, we have a very special guest, Mr. Chris Vance. Thank you so much for joining us today. As usual, with us we have Peter and we have Mindy Jackson. Thank you guys for being with us today. And man, we're excited to have you today. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting to do something like this with you for a while.
I appreciate the hell out of it, man. I'm psyched to be here.
He says that to all
doing,
the boys.
That's fine.
Girls.
How you doing, man?
I have no complaints. Life is good. Free time is prevalent. Matt is on the mend. The other boys are taking a break. I am ready to get Matt back on a stage as soon as possible with Death of Uriah because he's hungry for it, but it's that fine line of we're not trying to push him to get back out there. We want him 100% healed when he gets back out there, but the community's been behind him. A lot of people have reached out. I personally just want to say thanks for that because Matt is he's such an amazing human being, man. And he doesn't know how to bad day. Yeah, he is awesome.
I hate that everything happened to him like all at once.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
It was rough, man, but I actually saw him Saturday, and I had never seen him smile so much because he knows that he's on the ass-kicking end of it now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man. He's a cool dude. I'm glad he's doing better. For those of you that didn't know, a lot of bad stuff happened to Matt, who's the bass player for Death of Uriah. It all happened. I'm not going to go into detail, but it all happened within like a very short period of time, and everybody's been able to, you know, have his back, make sure that, you know, he's doing better, and he's a really cool dude if you guys don't know him, and I'm very glad that he is doing a lot better, man. Seriously, that's great to hear.
Yeah, me too, man.
But anything new with Death of Uriah coming up? Like, are you guys working on some stuff? Like, I mean, obviously not too much because, you know, Matt is recovering, but I'm sure he can still play the bass sitting down.
Yeah, we actually haven't practiced in 2 months just because we were going hard with TBA and then stepped away from that. And I like I said, I want Matt fully healed before we do it, but actually we're lined up to record 10 songs, 5 with one guy and 5 with another guy, and just shoot them out there. Like, no warning or anything, just go for it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, where are you guys recording?
One of them is Chris Knight, which is one of Will's friends, and the other one is a local guy here, Brooks Studios.
Cool.
Any reasoning behind the two different ones?
One of them owes me money, and the other one owes me money.
You know what? I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I wish I had a better.
No, that's the best thing you could. It's the best thing you could have told me.
He's here to collect.
I'm so bad with like keeping track of finances. Like I have no business being in charge of finances because like the one guy I was like, I'll trade you this for studio time, and he's like, cool, and then I forgot, and he's like, hey man, are we still doing the studio time? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I have that amp, and I was like, oh yeah, we're doing that. I'll get with you between now and Christmas, and he's like, well, I'm moving after Christmas, so make it happen. And then the other guy that we were going to record with, we were actually recording with him in the beginning. He's the one that did Scarab. And then he had some personal things come up in his life, so we deferred it, but it worked out good because then I'll get what's left from him.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Like,
what's going on with y'all, man? What's up on that side of the state?
This side?
Yeah.
We have every side, technically, because you're mountains and I'm Piedmont.
Yeah. I'm ENC.
I mean, technically, the only person that's out of NC is Mindy.
Yeah.
That's just North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That's what true. It feels like to me too. Yeah.
Well, my family is actually from North Carolina, so I guess that counts.
So,
yeah.
I was gonna ask you, man. So, how does it feel to finally return? So, are you guys aware of the whole NC Metal page on Facebook?
Is it a specific one? Because there's like a million, I'm sure.
So let me take you back and educate you with
That's how we all met.
story. Children, gather around, children. Gather around. So was it like back in 2020 or 2021?
Yes, it was
Some shit started
February and March.
happening that some kids were pretty much calling out every band, like and trying to blacklist them.
What?
They created a blacklist.
I was.
Right?
Well, it wasn't really a blacklist. It was a
a
PDF
list.
Yeah,
It was
a
a
list of bands that played during COVID, and
I know this now. I know that at least.
So this is how I actually met said Chris Vance.
oh, I met a lot of people. A lot of people off of that shit.
Because it was a shit show. Like I mean, shit was going down, bro. It was like a battle. Like at one point, I remember you posting about rolling up to this dude's house to beat his out, not to his work, because he kept talking shit.
Yeah, and okay, so like everything on that page got way past words, but like I'm not a violent person. I probably seem standoffish, but what essentially happened is you had a group from one scene that nobody cares about that play a certain kind of music. Now I'll put it out there because I don't give a fuck. Am I allowed to cuss on this? 'Cause that's gonna-
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
And then you had the other group, which are bands like mine and Nestor's and Mindy's. And these two were clashing over the whole playing during COVID thing. And I saw both sides of it, but then it seemed like the left side of it, I guess, was like really going after like bands that played music like what we did and people that either just made a mistake or didn't know. And like I got threats in my inbox and nobody was doing shit. So I was like, you know what? I'll be that guy. So I got into it with this kid named Mike. And he's like, he just started attacking me out of nowhere. And he's like, riff me, coward, riff me. And I was like, all right, motherfucker, I got you. So I set up in the same room that I'm in now.
Oh, I remember that fucking video.
That video shut half of them motherfuckers down. So
No,
I have
hold
my
on.
guitar.
Everybody needs a description of what the fuck it was and how it started. Because
So
that was the epicness of it, dude.
So the video, it pops on, and my wife is giving me head in the beginning of the video, and I was like, oh, hold on, I have to riff Mike real quick. And people saw that video, and I played, and they were like, this dude really took it there. Like, he is not fucking backing down. And then I got banned from that because of that video. But then one of the admins was like, you know what? You're the only one on the other side that has a voice. They made me a mod, but I couldn't tell anybody for a long time. Then I made a follow-up video to try and get banned again, where I mixed up lemonade and like pulp and made it look like a thing of piss, like a bottle of piss, because everybody that was talking shit was just basement-dwelling fucks that just they have no lives outside of it. So I had Tina open the door. I pretended that I was like jerking off to the comments on NC Metal like these guys were doing. I turned around and I said, Mom, get the fuck out of my room. And I turned with that jug of piss and I threw it at Tina. And I mean, it exploded all over the phone, shit like that. And one of the admins hit me up and they're like, bro, we can't let you go. Like, you've got to stay because. So that was essentially how I met all of you guys out that way, was because nobody would stand up, and the people that were standing up were either getting banned or they were catching Facebook ban. I fought a Facebook ban today over some dumb shit. But yeah, man,
dude.
That's what happened. And then James hit me up like a month ago, and he's like, hey, man, you want to be admin? And I was like, no. He's like, well, you're admin. And I was like, all right, cool. So now I'm an admin. I went through and took the whole list of shitbags that were on that page that were causing problems, extradited them, and we've actually gotten probably 1,200 members back now that they see that I'm doing admin on it, which is cool because
That's awesome.
The page was meant to be like a forum for all of us to share show flyers, this, that, or the other, and it just turned into a troll fest. And I was like, well, I can troll too.
That turned into a fucking battlefield, bro. That shit was crazy for a while.
Well, and I understand why some people couldn't speak up or do anything about it because certain people have certain jobs, and if their employers see them, I don't work for anybody. I work for me. So I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to take it there. And I had people trying to send me my address. They had it wrong. So then I posted the Yacht Road Walmart address up there. And I was like, from an alternate account, I was like, this is where he's at. Go attack him. And like, I was praying that people would show up at Walmart. Like it was a lot, man. I burnt through like 8 alt accounts, and then my own account got suspended for like 30 days. But we won, so that's all that matters.
That's wild.
So
Yeah.
you guys know, like ever since well, maybe from before those days, but ever since those days, as far as I've known, Chris has become a general in the in the meme slash, talking shit on Facebook or fucking somebody over. Not fucking somebody over, sorry. Fucking with somebody who's been doing wrong.
Oh yeah. No, I would never fuck somebody over, but if somebody were to attack, say, you guys or other bands that I'm friends with online, and it's just unfounded, then yeah, I go after them online because I have nothing to lose. What are they gonna do? I do it tactfully because nobody wants to get quote unquote canceled. But where these guys hate me is that you're not gonna find my address. And number two, I don't have any skeletons in my closet, so that's a huge advantage because everybody kind of has something that they have to hide, and all my shit's out there. And
but you're very creative. That's also too. That's another reason they can't beat you. You're very creative with the way that you do it as well. You're very you plan it. You like there's a fucking reason behind it.
Yeah, and then of course if you go to my Facebook, it's just shit posts all day, every day. Life to me is just one big jack off session, man. So like I'm gonna enjoy it while I'm here. If everybody else wants to take it seriously, that's on them. But dude, this is just fun for me,
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
I love you. You need an award.
I appreciate that, man.
You need your fucking show, dude. That's what you fucking need.
In that instance, I felt like I did what should have been done. You know what I mean? But I do that for like a lot of bands out there. Here in ENC, we've got a killer scene, but like the Wake and Terror bus that you brought up before we went live, that's just what we do. You help your brothers out, like keep everybody going.
Yeah.
10 years ago, it was a fucking competition, and everybody was like, this band's better than that band, and people didn't talk, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of this shit. And then when I came back like 5 years ago, I was like, hey, I'm going to start approaching people, and I'm going to start saying hi to people. And then everything changed, and now like all these bands work together.
Absolutely, man. I've heard
that's the way it should be.
Yeah. I heard that from the past that it was pretty bad. I still think that there's a lot that goes on in the shadows, but that's going to happen regardless. There's really never going to be 100% harmony throughout everybody. But you're right. There's a big group of us that have each other's back, like, and it's kind of like an unspoken agreement. Like we look out for each other because we're all like chasing the same dream, and at the end of the day, fighting over it, it's not gonna help. Plus, we're all chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I could sit down and have a beer with you, like, and hang out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always a competition. And
every time I see you guys, I make it a point to say what's up, give you a hug.
Yeah, dude.
That's the way I thought it was supposed to have been 10 years ago. And all the bands that were pretentious and doing that dookie music, they're not around today anyway. So all that cockery was for nothing, in my opinion.
The cockery.
Yeah. The butt assery, or however you want to put it.
The cockening.
Yeah.
Hey, so tell me a little more, not a little more, but tell me a little bit about Gym Fest. What is Gym Fest? And is it Barrows Fest now too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gym Fest is John's baby, man. I know that I became the face of it, but that actually started with Nestor because Nestor put my fucking face on a flyer at a show we played at Coyote Ugly. I was like, well, I guess this is gonna be a thing now.
You had lasers, bro. Laser coming out your ass.
Yes. And the guys in Death Uriah were like, why is your face on the flyer? And I was like, I have no fucking idea, but I can't wait to play and see what that's about. But yeah, Gym Fest kind of spawned from that because John Kennedy from Defile the Crown, which check them out, they're an amazing group of guys.
Yeah.
This was his concept of like getting all the locals together and packing out a venue. The first one we did it at a community building and had 300 people show up. And I was like, damn. Then Johnny wanted us to jump on Hooligans for the second one. Second one was doing really good in pre-sales, and then we got raped with rain and ice, and I was like, well, I don't want anybody to get hurt or anything like that, so if people don't come out, I understand. But it was kind of a dichotomy there because Nestor and his boys drove all the way from Asheville and back in the snow. And like I was like, yo, send me updates the whole way back. And then the third one we did at a community building. The fourth one will probably end up going back to a venue. I don't know yet. It just really depends on which way we want to take it. But it's just something to do to showcase bands in our area and then try and pull bands in from other areas, because here I'm very big on inclusion, which I know that's counterintuitive considering that I wiped half of NC Metal off the map. But those guys, that's a different story.
Fucking Thanos
You know what
over
I mean?
here.
But I mean, and that wasn't my intention. I wanted to get banned from that page. They just couldn't do it because, I mean, I just knew how to kind of, I guess navigate it properly. But, I want the bands from Virginia and the bands from the east or the western part of the state to be able to come here and be welcomed and feel welcomed and enjoy it. And I mean, Nestor, hopefully, when you came down, you guys felt welcome.
Oh, bro, yeah, it's a family, man. Like, I appreciate, like, you know me, dude. Like, I'm always happy to see you guys and hang out and like talk and just fucking love you guys. And it was a fucking honor to be over there, just to have the opportunity to come and play. To be honest, it was totally worth it.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. I've played in Mindy's home spot now.
Ampest?
And I've been, yes, yeah, I did that with TBA. That was amazing. And then I've been to Peter's house too. I don't even know if he knows it.
No, I know.
I don't even know if he knows it.
Of course I know it.
Peter.
You guys got stuck in traffic, and like I had to like immediately go on. I felt like ass, dude. I felt so bad.
Time. He's talking about that time he went when they weren't playing a show. He just snuck.
No, but I will say I love Peter's setup and the house shows for Hope. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was a blast. Now taking 412 cabinets down those steps was dumb.
Shane,
on our part.
Shane should have been more specific. He's like, "How many stairs?" And I'm like, "A few."
Yeah. But I would do it again tomorrow. I mean, that for the cause and just the vibe. I mean, we felt very welcome there. Antfest, we felt very welcome. I want to get Death of Uriah definitely more out that way when Matt is on the mend.
Oh, absolutely. I'll make it happen.
And you guys are doing Shane right after me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love that. Shane is so much more animated than I am.
We're gonna do you both back to back.
Right on. I am here for it, man. It's 2022.
What's the word for that?
DP.
5. So.
It's a centipede, bro.
Okay, that works.
I would prefer, if we're gonna centipede, I want to be the middle, man. I don't want to taste the freshness.
He wants
of the
to both
food.
take it and give it.
He wants to feel all the pressure.
Like I just I don't want to be left out.
There is a beginning and an end to all things, and it's not Chris.
I'll take up that middle slot, man. Take a little shit, give a little shit, but I mean, that's how it goes.
So this is the question that I have to ask you. This is media after all. We're gonna ask Shane the same thing. Not too much into detail. Is there a reason as to why To Begin Anew is no longer? I mean, not breaking up because it's a hiatus. And I would love for you guys to come back. Is there anything you can divulge, like, to the people and let them know? Let them hope for the comeback.
I honestly believe To Begin Anew is going to come back.
Awesome.
I don't know if it will be with me, but those are the homies, dude. I love those guys. As far as the breakup and all that stuff, I mean, everything I had to say I put out there. It was amicable. Mm-hmm. It was time to, take a break and focus on family. From my standpoint, Shane might tell you something completely different, but I mean, hell, I talked to Shane twice this week. I talked to Cody yesterday. I talked to Casey day before yesterday, but I mean, like, it wasn't like what a band breakup, like what you typically see, or a hiatus where like, oh, we fired this guy and we can't talk to them anymore. Like, dude, this is ENC. We don't pull that shit. Like,
I wouldn't imagine it being like that at all, to be honest, especially because I know you guys personally, and I know your personality.
Like I said, man, it just sucks when you see a band take a hiatus or a member leave and you see everybody deleting everybody. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm 35, dude.
Something's up.
I have the mentality of a 12-year-old, but I'm 35. I've been in music for 16 friggin' years. Now, I'm not any good at music, but you're
pretty fucking good.
Outside of that, I feel like it's a very coercive thing, and dude, when it comes down to it, sometimes you got to make that choice of, is it worth losing a friendship over, or would it be nice to take a breath and I think right now, To Begin Anew is taking a breath.
Yeah,
But I mean,
you guys were going hard for a very long time.
Yeah. Like I said, I know a lot of bands do a lot of things, but I mean, they were going hard, and I just think that the songwriting that they do. I mean, Cody and Casey are stepbrothers, but they just write some really killer songs. And
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and everything I did with that band, I'm proud of. And like I said, we did a lot. We accomplished a lot. Shane made the post about it being his dream band, and it was. And that was cool that we were able to kind of take a breath together and be like, we're still homies.
Absolutely, man.
There's not really any nitty gritty, dirty stuff that I could tell you because
I'm not looking for that. Yeah, I'm not looking for that. I was looking mainly for, because with Facebook and online social media, people make a lot of speculations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I rather hear it from you guys. And obviously, I'm not looking for details. I'm just looking so that people understand and don't make assumptions on their own.
Oh yeah, 100%. Only thing I will say is that the Death of Uriah and To Begin Anew, the dynamics are completely different. To Begin Anew, those guys are 4 professionals that play music, and then Death of Uriah are 4 friends that hang out and just happen to play music, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I love you guys, and like I said, I know wholeheartedly that it. Knowing your personalities, man, I'm sure you all still love each other very much.
Oh hell yeah!
I selfishly miss the band. That's just the best way I could put it.
It's and that's appreciated, but at the same time, you look at what you did and look at what you can do. You never. I always tell folks, never put a permanent end to something unless it needs to be permanently ended. Like if you have that member who smokes meth, fire him. And I did that with Death of Uriah before we got Brian. So anyway, yeah, like I'm saying, man, it's just it was copacetic on my end, and like I said, I talk to the boys all the time. There's no drama with it whatsoever. There's no anger with it whatsoever. I did get a lot of messages like, "Oh, who was it?" Or
that's what I'm saying. Why did it happen? Always looking, yeah.
That's not cool.
Well, I mean, I get it. People ain't got lives. They want to see something implode.
They want drama.
Yeah, well, it's just like I hate it that the existence for that would be so sad. But I mean, it's just like reality TV or anything like that. You don't watch it and somebody have a regular ass day, go to McDonald's, go home, beat cheeks, and sleep. No, it's Kim Kardashian out there doing Kim Kardashian things, and I can't stand it. So. That's what a lot of people crave. They want to feel like they're a part of something, and they want to instigate things. And if there was, trust me, you guys know me well enough. I mean, I talk enough shit as it is, but if there was something like vile or vitriol, dude, I would have put them on blast, but there was no malice whatsoever.
That's good, man. That's fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to miss the band. I'm going to miss you in it, and we're going to miss you this year in Bruce Talk. That's for sure.
I know, man. Yeah. I was pumped to play that one, but when you guys rescheduled, I think we had to move it anyway, and then the decision was made to just go ahead and pull back for now. And it came at a kind of inopportune moment, but it needed to happen because we're still pushing forward. We're releasing the CD. Mm-hmm. We still got merch and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, those are the homies, dude. I love those guys, and whatever they end up coming up with, even if it's a new project, I support it 100% because, like I said, the music was kick ass.
Well, you, my friend, if you want to come out to Bruce Talk this year, you got 2 tickets on me. I got.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I told Tina, I was like, we need to take a road trip and go out there because, it's fun to do, especially having the Bago van. Because, I mean, we can go out there and kick it and stay cool. And last year was cool because I was parked between the 2 stages. So, like, if I got hot, I'd go sit in the van and I could hear what was going on the right stage. But, whoever runs Brewstock, I know Nestor was a big part of it, but damn, that was smooth.
Well, it was a big group. It's Peter, Todd Jackson, myself. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of help from the guys from Live and Dead Recordings, LDR. They're the ones that actually helped us do all that loading, unloading, and provide a big staff for the event. I mean, just the whole group of people, man, that really helped out. And it was a lot of fun.
And we had just come from another festival that it was the opposite of that. So, and we talked about that.
Yeah. happens. That usually means that we're running towards the end of our interview.
I'm pretty sure we accidentally ran over, but it's my fault, dude. I
No,
ran.
you're fine,
sorry.
dude. You're
No.
totally fine.
When it does that, that's it. We did the thing.
You did the thing. You did the thing. I want to thank you so much for being on here today, Chris. Do you have anything that you want to try to plug coming up, like whether it's for your band or another band or anything coming up that you're going to or you're excited about?
Just follow Death of Uriah on socials. Keep Matt in your thoughts, man. We need our boy back. We miss him. And support the band to the left of you and support the band to the right of you. And that's pretty much my only message. That's been my message from the jump is just, let's help each other make it to where we want to be, not stifle each other, on the journey to getting there.
Yeah, only support the ones to the left and right, not the ones in the front and
Yes.
the back. Fuck those guys.
Well, I mean, if they're in front of you, they're showing their ass. And if they're behind you, they're trying to get you to take it. So we'll put it that way.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much for being on the call. We love you.